Welcome back. In this process, we will simulate a purchase for inventory while examining the corresponding financial postings. The goal is to understand how purchasing impacts both logistics and financial accounting. We will utilize two simultaneous windows, one for performing operations like creating the purchase order and another for monitoring real-time updates in financial reports, such as the trial balance. This dual-window approach allows us to see how logistical processes dynamically affect financial outcomes. The key steps include creating a purchase order for raw materials, observing the real-time financial impact in the trial balance, completing subsequent processes like goods receipt and invoice posting. Let's proceed step by step, ensuring a clear connection between each logistical action and its financial implications.
We are back at the main home screen, which serves as the central hub for navigation. From here, we will begin configuring a workflow that utilizes dual windows. This approach allows us to run simultaneous processes, with one window dedicated to executing operational steps and the other focused on financial report updates. This is particularly useful for understanding the dynamic relationship between logistical processes and their corresponding financial postings. To enable dual window functionality, we right-click on the SAP Fiori application icon, revealing a menu with various options. This step is key to opening a second browser tab, which will serve as our parallel workspace for comparing financial outcomes with operational actions. Using the right-click menu, we select Open in a new tab. This action duplicates the application in a new tab, effectively creating a workspace with two active windows, one for executing tasks and the other for monitoring results. This setup is ideal for real-time analysis and tracking. Now, with two tabs visible at the top left corner of the browser, we have successfully set up a parallel analysis environment. This configuration enhances workflow by allowing us to toggle seamlessly between tabs, comparing data before and after operations. In the second tab, we launch the Trial Balance application. This application provides an up-to-date summary of financial information, allowing us to observe immediate changes in financial data as we execute logistical processes in the first tab. With both tabs open, we organize the workspace by assigning the left tab to operational processes and the right tab to real-time financial data. This setup enhances our ability to see how logistical actions translate into financial outcomes. By alternating between these tabs, we maintain an efficient and synchronized workflow, bridging logistical steps with financial reporting seamlessly. Starting on the left side of the interface, we focus on the procurement process tiles. Here, our goal is to create a purchase order, forming the basis for goods receipt and invoice posting steps. These actions highlight their financial implications without delving into procurement management details. Selecting the Create Purchase Order tile, we initiate the purchase order process. To preserve the dual window approach, the second tab monitors the trial balance while the first tab is used for the purchase order process. This setup enables real-time tracking of changes. Here, we focus on navigating purchase order options, selecting the critical fields for the header and item details. Next, we select the Create button to start entering purchase order details. This step involves inputting essential header data and line items, aligning with both logistical and accounting requirements. The dual-tab setup ensures real-time synchronization and tracking. In this step, we fill out the purchase order header, including key fields such as purchasing group, company code, supplier, and purchasing organization. These fields establish the order's connection to logistical processes. Once these are accurately completed, we move on to item data, ensuring a structured and clear procurement process. This figure shows the addition of two items to the purchase order. The first item, Raw 001, represents raw material 001 with an order quantity of 100 pieces and a unit price of 10 euros. Multiplying the quantity by the unit price, we arrive at a total value of 1,000 euros for this item. The second item, Raw 002, represents raw material 002 with an order quantity of 100 pieces and a unit price of 20 euros. The total value for this item is calculated as 2,000 euros. Together, these entries provide a clear breakdown of the purchase order details, forming a total order value of 3,000 euros. Once verified, This data is saved to complete the purchase order process. This figure represents the final step in the creation of the purchase order. The system has successfully generated an order number, confirming the process is complete. The items, raw material 001 and raw material 002, are listed and organized with their respective quantities and values, forming the basis for subsequent steps. This concludes the purchase order creation phase, setting the foundation for the next exercises, which will focus on goods receipt and invoice entry. The finalized order ensures all necessary details are in place to seamlessly connect logistical and financial operations. This step brings us back to the purchase-to-pay processing menu, which acts as the starting point for analyzing the goods receipt's financial implications. The primary objective is to transition seamlessly from logistical navigation to accounting validation. In the My Purchasing Document Items app, the supplier details are entered, and a search is performed. The retrieved purchase orders streamline the process, ensuring quick access to relevant data for the upcoming financial document review. Switching to the Purchase Orders tab, we now view the ordered items and prepare to process the goods receipt. This step is critical to set the stage for understanding how the material document links to financial records. In this step, we select one of the purchase order items to proceed to the detailed screen, where we can review the information and confirm the data before moving on to the next step. This selection is critical to prepare for the goods receipt process. After selecting an item and clicking Post Goods Receipt, the system transitions to a detailed goods receipt screen. On the confirmation screen, we review all items and details related to the purchase order. At this stage, we adjust quantities, validate storage information, and ensure all necessary parameters are correct. Here, both items are selected for the goods receipt process. This step ensures that the correct materials are identified and prepared for stock entry. In this final screen, we review all details related to the selected items. After completing the validation, we click the Post button in the bottom right corner to finalize the goods receipt process. This action generates the required documents, the material document, which records the physical movement of goods, and the financial document, which reflects the accounting impact of the operation. After completing the goods receipt, the system displays a confirmation with the material document number generated. This document is essential for tracking stock movements and is also linked to the financial document, ensuring integration between the logistics and financial modules. In this step, we return to the SAP Fiori Launchpad. This navigation marks the transition from the goods receipt process to the financial document analysis. The main screen serves as a gateway to access various applications, allowing us to seamlessly proceed with verifying the financial postings generated by the previous step. This screen provides an overview of the material documents generated from the goods receipt process. Each material document represents the movement of goods into inventory, detailing the quantities, locations, and other relevant attributes. Here, the focus is on identifying the specific document number that links to the accounting records for further verification. By selecting the material document from the previous screen, we access its detailed view. This page outlines the individual items involved in the goods receipt, along with their associated movement types and quantities. Importantly, this step highlights how the logistics data integrates with the financial records, laying the groundwork for analyzing the corresponding journal entries in the next step. The process flow visualization demonstrates the full life cycle of the goods receipt process, connecting the logistics document, material document, to the accounting document. This figure shows the goods receipt process flow. The diagram highlights three key stages. The first square displays the purchase order number, linking the procurement process. The second square represents the goods receipt, which confirms that the materials were received into inventory. The third square shows the financial document, automatically generated based on the goods receipt. This flow clearly illustrates the connection between logistics and financial postings. In this step, we click on the last square, which represents the financial document. This action prepares us to open the related options for reviewing the accounting document and its associated records. Here, we select the Manage Journal Entries option. This navigates us directly to the financial document, where we can analyze the detailed journal entries generated by the goods receipt process. This step allows us to review the financial impact and ensure traceability between logistics and accounting. This figure presents the journal entry generated for the goods receipt process. It is important to note that this is a single accounting transaction comprising multiple line items. Each line item corresponds to a specific posting, such as debits to the inventory account and credits to the goods receipt invoice receipt account. This comprehensive view emphasizes the integration between logistics and accounting, ensuring compliance with accounting standards and facilitating accurate financial reporting. In this figure, we prepare to enhance the analysis of the journal entry by selecting the T-account view. This option provides a clearer breakdown of the financial postings, displaying the debits and credits in a structured and visual format. By enabling this view, we can better understand how the transaction impacts various accounts and verify the correctness of the postings for audit and compliance purposes. Let's conclude our review by summarizing what happened in this step of the goods receipt process. In this case, we processed a purchase order for stock. As the goods were received, the inventory account was debited, reflecting an increase in stock quantity and value. This ensures the materials are accurately recorded as assets on the balance sheet. Simultaneously, the credit was posted to the goods receipt invoice receipt account. This transitional account temporarily holds the value of the goods until the supplier invoice is received and posted. This step aligns with the three-way matching principle, which ensures proper segregation of responsibilities by involving three departments. Procurement team creates the purchase order. Warehouse team confirms the goods receipt and updates the inventory. Accounts payable team processes the supplier invoice and clears the goods receipt invoice receipt account. By following this structured process, the system guarantees that stock is updated accurately, financial postings remain aligned with logistics, and all transactions are transparent and traceable. In this figure, we move from the display journal entry view to the trial balance screen, which was left open. This transition helps analyze the financial impact of transactions by comparing pre- and post-posting data. The trial balance offers a broader perspective on account balances related to the goods receipt process. In this figure, the trial balance displays the state of accounts before the goods receipt posting. The balances in the GRIR account and inventory account remain unchanged, reflecting the situation prior to the transaction. This serves as a baseline for comparison with the updated report after posting. Here, the report is updated, and new lines are added to the trial balance, reflecting the posting of the goods receipt. The updates include debit to the inventory account, which represents the increase in stock value. A credit to the GRIR account, a clearing account that temporarily holds the value of goods received but not yet invoiced. This account serves as a transitional control mechanism, helping to track discrepancies between goods receipts and supplier invoices. To enhance our analysis, we expand the Dimensions panel on the left-hand side of the screen. This action enables additional reporting capabilities, such as viewing data by product, profit center, or other dimensions. These options depend on user authorizations and the report configuration. In this figure, the expanded Dimensions panel displays the dimensions available for selection. These include various attributes, such as product, which can be used to refine the analysis. The ability to add dimensions is subject to user authorization and report setup, offering tailored insights based on business needs. Here, we select the product dimension. Once selected, the trial balance will dynamically update to include product-specific details. This feature illustrates SAP's capability to provide granular reporting with minimal user effort. The updated trial balance now includes detailed information segmented by products. For example, the inventory account is divided into individual products, such as Raw Material 1 and Raw Material 2. The GRIR account reflects product-level transactions. This level of detail is crucial for understanding the movement of goods and their financial impact. The GRIR account, as a transitional account, will balance out once the invoice is received and processed, resulting in a zero balance. After completing the product-level analysis, we deselect the product dimension to simplify the view. This action reverts the trial balance to its previous format, focusing on aggregated account balances. Finally, we return to the original trial balance view. This consolidation allows users to reflect on the insights gained throughout the analysis, demonstrating SAP's flexibility in toggling between detailed and summarized data.
Let's summarize what we accomplished in this step. In this lesson, we focused on processing a purchase order with a goods receipt. First, the goods receipt document was created in Materials Management, ensuring that the logistical process was successfully completed. From a financial accounting perspective, we observed two key postings. Debit to the inventory account, which is part of the balance sheet, reflecting the increase in stock value. A credit to the goods receipt invoice receipt account, which temporarily holds the value of the goods until the supplier invoice is received. This integration between logistical processes and financial postings demonstrates how goods movements impact both materials management and accounting systems. Looking ahead, in the next lesson, we will process the supplier invoice. This will complete the three-way matching principle, clearing the balance of the goods receipt invoice receipt account and ensuring that the transaction is fully settled. Well done for completing this step. You are making great progress, and I hope the explanation was clear. Take a break if needed, and when you are ready, I will guide you through the next stage of this process, the invoice receipt. Until then, keep up the excellent work.